Okay, let's try to get some recording done tonight. Basically, what I'm doing now is Conker's Bad Fur Day. It is the first game that I've ever played for the Nintendo 64, the first game that I played on a console that I owned, and I don't know, it's just really great. I just saw this to be fit since this was my first 3D LP. And I'm using my headset again, so if there's that breathing, please forgive me. But my stick mic isn't working properly, so I'm resorting to this. But fortunately, I have a little audio bar I can monitor constantly. Anyway, as you'll notice in an FML section that I'm going to do, basically I had to run a system restore on my computer, so I lost all the progress on my other LPs. But this is the main menu, basically. Already some stuff to do here, multiplayer, blah 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 blah. I think at the beginning of each section, until I get to the very last one, I'm going to show you a few cheats. I'm not actually going to use them in the actual game, but I want to show them off to let people see them who haven't before. The first one I'm going to show off, oops, and I didn't mean to put that A there, but the first one I'm going to show off is Welder's Bench. Let me put that in. This is so exciting. Whoops. Not Welder Benga. Bench. Okay. So, basically, after you put that in, you go over to chapters, and you have every chapter unlocked. And I'm probably going to be utilizing that to show off things that I may miss later on, so it's good I put it in now. The other one, well, other two I'm going to show off, well no, I'll just show off one. You put in very easy, and basically it makes the game story mode very easy. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and reset this. I'll cut out this part of it so you don't have to watch the beginning again, but I'll cut that out and then we'll resume back at the main menu. So here we go. Okay, we're back at the main menu. So I'm really not going to use Welder's Bench, but I'm going to go ahead and let you know the very beginning of this game is mainly going to be one gigantic cutscene. I don't even know if I'll be able to fit it all into this video, but I'm going to try it anyway. There is no way to skip the cutscenes until you've seen them at least once. And this doesn't go for if you beat the game and then go back to try to beat it again. So every time you start up the game, you have to watch this beginning cutscene, and every subsequent one. But it really is interesting. If you haven't seen it before, shut up and watch. If you have, shut up and watch. You just can't make up the crap in this game. It's too stupid. But that's what makes it amazing. First thing you notice, a squirrel. Amazing. And he has a glass of milk. And is apparently very pissed. I do realize you can't hear the audio. I'm sorry about that, but basically what I learned is that some sound cards for Camtasia just don't work to record system audio. That was probably confusing to hear, but I'm not going to explain that further. But yes, Conker, the main character's name, he's surrounded by all sorts of strange characters. All of them that you get to know throughout the game. He is talking here. I'm sorry that you can't hear it. I wish I could resolve this issue, but it would involve buying a new sound card, and I is poor. There may be some lag in this, I'm not really sure. This is my first attempt recording this. I just wanted to go ahead and start on something before I go insane from lacking all of my other stuff. So basically right now he's telling you that he had one ginormously bad day. And that's where the title comes from. Yeah, I can already tell there's going to be some lagging. But I'm still trying to find optimal settings for this. It would probably help if I killed my browser right about now. But now we are being introduced to another character named Barry. This is Conker's quote-unquote girlfriend. But you do get text bubbles throughout this, so it's not bad. Oh, and an issue with this ROM, well, it's more of an issue for me at this point, I guess, but the audio is off sync with the bubbles. It annoys me to no end to see that, really. It's like those shows, well, I'll just go ahead and call them anime shows, I don't know. Well, anything Japanese or Chinese or Asian, I don't know. That's probably racist, I don't care. Where somebody says no, and it's mouth flap times infinity. And if you weren't listening to me rant there, then you know what's happening. I find it hard to read something when somebody's talking, so I know other people might too. He just called her and told her that he's hanging out with some old friends that are going to war the next day. So he's going to be home late, and this is where it all begins. And the most creative band name ever, the Weasels. Oh yeah, and it does that. You'll also see more of that if I ever decide to pause the game. Oh, I haven't explained what I'm going to be doing for this game. I have played it and beaten it way too many times. So, I pretty much know everything about it, where I'm going anyway. And you start off the game with 3 hit points, and you can get it all the way up to 6. I'm not going to be getting it up to 6, I'm just going to be using 3. You do start the game off with 3, and you get the other 3 by finishing the first area. I can just skip those though. Basically, if I do get any more life than I'm going to be playing with, unless I absolutely have to, then I'm basically going to kill myself. Yay. Suicide. Oh, what the crap. Hold on, we might be able to salvage this. Okay, thank God. Yeah, this machine's still a tiny bit screwy after doing the system restore, because for whatever reason, when trying to find recording programs to actually do LPs, I came across a pretty nasty virus. So I ran a system restore. Thank goodness I didn't have to wipe the whole computer, otherwise I'd be out a copy of Windows. I think that's how it works. I'm not really tech savvy though. Oh, and now we are introduced to the main antagonist. Epic castle music. Insert it here. Now I feel kind of bad about this. I was really wanted to do this, but I kept failing to realize that you wouldn't be able to hear the audio. I guess you could look up videos where they are talking, you can hear it. But then what would be the point in watching this, really? So I'm not going to do that, or suggest it anyway, even though I already did. Anyway, yeah, like I said, mostly cutscenes. Oh, and this is what sets off the entire game. The Panther King gets his milk. He takes a swig, then sets it on the table. He doesn't notice that there is a frickin' leg missing off of the table. And so, what does his idiotic self do? He sets the glass on the side of the table with the missing leg that nobody can see, apparently, and it falls over. And I think we're about to have another graphic screw up here. Yep, graphic screw up. Gotta love them. I don't know, we'll just call it the hangover effect, because that's how this starts. You are hungover as all hell. And one of those days it is. I'm gonna try to be good about spoilers here. I don't want to reveal anything in the game before it happens. And I just realized there's this little part running across the top of my recording bar that is like 70s trippy. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the recording, but I can definitely see it, and that's gonna bug the crap out of me. Oh well, we'll live with it for now. But you walk your hungover self all the way over here. Oh, and before we get this ball rolling, since I only have about 2 minutes left, try to jump. You do that. Try to attack. You do that. Hooray. But we get introduced to this. I don't know what to call it. It's a scarecrow. Warning, this game is for mature audiences only. I'm sure you saw that. I wouldn't either, waking up on a cold, hard ground like that. No home for you. That's reassuring. Beardy. That's how he says it. No, birdie. I scare birdies. His is the only voice that I particularly like in this game, aside from the Panther King and another character that will remain anonymous until we finally meet him. So, we go all the way over here, only to be told, F you, step over here. And so, being the good Samaritan that we are, we step over here. And unfortunately, we're not going to have time to complete this cutscene, so I will end it right here. Thank you for watching, and be on the lookout for 1, my next FML session, and 2, the next recording of this. See you later.